Good morning. My group is Vanessa Alexandra, Juan Diego, Eduardo Jose, Wendy Natalia, and me, Juan David. Today we are going to talk about the elections in Colombia. Colombia on July 20, 1810 achieved its political independence. However, due to internal struggles of the part of Spain to reconquer the lost colonial territories, the colonial region that previously belonged to the Captaincy General of Venezuela came together to designate the liberator Simón Bolívar as president and General Francisco y Paula Santander as first vice president of the Gran Colombia.
Voices are here that say they have the trunch avoid what is going to happen. Wanderers avoid the structural factors deep for better or worse will have a significant weight in these legislative elections. Among these factors stand out the electoral inertia that returns every 4 years. Despite the pandemic and earth change, the will of legislative elections in March and
En februari sees a growth of journalists as the community of young people between 35 um, and 44 years old would take golden vote for. Their answer was Pedro Rodolfo Fernandez or, or, or a black box. It was clean than the candidate of Colombia Humana and a member of the historical pact Gustavo Petro will be the favorite to replace President Iván Duque in the House of Nariño, depending on how the election are held 6 days. 27% of those surveyed households with their vote to Petro would has a wide acceptance over the second candidate would golden be the engineer Rodolfo Fernandez with 14% of the vote.
In order to carry out a correct analysis of the voting option in 2022, the proposals of the main candidates who will participate in the Colombian presidential election in 2022 were analyzed. Gustavo Petro, Unión Patriótica Colombia Humana. Deepen democracy in the country, the possibility of guaranteeing social justice and financing it in the best way. Rodolfo Fernández, League of Anti-Corruption Governors, Security and Payroll Management, Renegotiation of Foreign Debt, Support for the legalization of all drugs, Cancellation of ICETEX debt, Review of contracts, in favor of abortion, in favor of euthanasia, in favor of police reform, in favor of using the SMAT only when necessary, in favor of reestablishing relations with Venezuela.
Why do you think they give that answer? They decide to vote for the base proposals of the candidates that sound so perfect and convincing for a better future. But knowing the reality of the situation, we know that only 50% of these proposals are actually fulfilled or are changed by totally different ones. Others instead they prefer to vote blank or not go out to vote and stay at home. And they say in the future that President Gotouchet used those people to know how to vote. Things like this happen every 4 years and we continue the same. We do not improve at all.